Alright, so check it out. One thing that I'm noticing is the older you get, the more little things are cool. For instance, the other day, Brittany was at the mall with her sister, and she came home with this for me. You guys are probably like, what is that? Well, this is a matte black vent air freshener thing that clips on because that's just not cool anymore. This is watermelon lemonade and vanilla coconuts. And I'm thinking vanilla coconut because the weather, it's not quite watermelon lemonade weather yet. Peel when ready to use. And then I'll peel up. Right. Oh. Alright, so now we take this. Oh no! Hold on, it fell between the seats, so we gotta do this maneuver to grab it.
I think this one's a visor clip, not a vent clip.
Hey! Now it goes up here. Look at that! It's the little things.
Where'd you put the other one?
Let's go to the gym. So today we have front squats. From looking through the window, I can already see that both squat racks are taken, so I'm just gonna have to take my time and get some mobility work done until one of those racks open up. Rack City. So this morning on Snapchat, I said I was gonna answer a whole bunch of random questions throughout the course of this video, and a lot of you guys had questions. So we're just gonna pick some random ones and answer them throughout the day.
Question about the deadlift. Should I do it with a back day or leg day?
That's honestly going to come down to what your programming looks like and what your goals are and what you're working towards. So for a lot of people, if they deadlift, that takes a lot out of them and it's hard for them to keep up their performance throughout the course of the workout. So they tend to put it by itself separate from legs and squats. But there are a lot of programs that have them on the same day. So you would squat and then you would deadlift and then finish the rest of your lower body stuff. So however it fits into your program, depending on what you're currently doing. All right, so we got ourselves a squat rack. We are just here. Got Connor here warming up, and today calls for working up to a heavy double and then dropping down and doing, I believe, 60% for a bunch of AMRAPs and then doing 6 sets of 5. So a lot of front squat volume today. And with the conjugate method, there's a lot of variation workouts. So it's not that often that we'd be back squatting, as that's our primary squat. And the same goes for sumo deadlift, is what I primarily do. So you'll see a lot of conventional deficit, conventional paused, sumo stiff leg, but not so much of the actual lift. So doing all the variations and accessory type movements to get stronger at the main lift. All right, so the last time I tried to work up to a heavy single on front squat, I hit 250. Wasn't the cleanest rep, but we got it. So I'm gonna go 225 for a double and then go up from there and see where we end up. Let's go, come on. Hell yeah, bro. All right, so like I mentioned last time we worked up to anything heavy on front squats, I hit 250 for 1. So now I'm just gonna go 250 for 2 and see how that feels. Felt good, going up a little bit, 255. All right, so overall, 255 double was pretty good. The thing is, I'm starting to notice my upper back collapses a little bit, so I really need to work on my upper back strength to keep a better front rack. But overall, I'm happy with how it looked. I just watched it back and just getting stronger and stronger. All right, so now that we established a new heavy double, we have a new 1 rep max pretty much. So now we base the percentage work for the AMRAP off of what we just did. So I hit 255, I have 80% AMRAP, which is gonna be 204. So we're just throwing 205 on the bar, and we're gonna go for as many as possible.
How did you propose to your wife? Was it sweet, romantic, or just go with it?
All right, so that question asked, how did I propose to my wife? at a winery, and it's pretty romantic if you ask me. I had all of my friends, all of her family waiting there already. It took months to plan. I had music playing, I had a photographer, so I think it was pretty good.
Matty, I've known Courtney for like the longest time, but what are your opinions on actually going outside to do your workout versus staying in the gym?
So she asked about what's your opinion on doing your workout outside versus getting into the gym. If you don't have access to a gym and outside's all you have, I love it. Be innovative, think of different things you could do. With body weight, you could do a lot of different workouts. If you have a tree outside, you could do pull-ups. So there is a lot of things you can do. If you do have access to a gym, I recommend trying to get to the gym. I like strength training, but do a combination of both if you can. If not, outside's good.
What's going on, Matty? I have a question about sugar. Besides weight gain, what other consequences can there be to a high sugar intake daily?
That's actually a really good question. So we asked about sugar intake and what like health complications aside from weight gain. Really, I say this for everything, it's moderation, and it's hard to just put a value on sugar. What's really important is focusing on your diet as a whole. Whatever your macronutrients are, try and get 70 to 80% of that from micronutrient dense whole foods. If you're eating fruits, they're obviously gonna contain sugar, but all of the processed stuff, try and keep it around 15 to 20% of your total daily intake. If you're a healthy, active individual, you shouldn't need to worry too much, but over consuming sugar just to be more flexible with everything isn't really the best approach. So just keep a healthy diet and you should be good.
Hey, Matty, for someone who doesn't compete in powerlifting, do you think deadlifts are necessary for maximal back development, or can that be done through rows and pull-ups?
Are they absolutely necessary for complete back development? Absolutely not. Are they a great exercise for back development? Absolutely. So there is no one can tell you you need to do this in order to build a big back, just like you don't need to squat in order to build big legs. You could do it through leg press and other accessory movements. The deadlift is a major movement working a ton of different muscles, but if you combine a whole bunch of different movements like your pull-ups, your rows, you could do low back extensions. There are other things you could do, rack pulls, without having to do the actual deadlift, and you could build a really nice back from doing that.
Hey Matty, knowing that you were a university student yourself, how did you manage to balance midterms and finals with workouts? Because sometimes I have to take 1 or even 2 weeks off during finals. Really hurts the gains. Thanks.
All right, so asking a question about being a student and how to balance your midterms, your finals with your training, you have to organize things in order of importance. So you have to figure out how to prioritize your schedule. And I'm a big fan of doing things like time blocking, to-do lists, calendars, reminders, and just make sure that every day you have some sort of set schedule for yourself and you organize it in a way that it helps you fit your goals. So let's say, for instance, training is something that's extremely important to you and helps you reduce stress and focus more. Get that out of the way early in the day. Wake up that extra hour early to get your training session in so you're not thinking about it all day long. I know a lot of people, they wait until the end of the night to train, and that's all that's on their mind all day. I still have to train, I still have to eat. So if you can get that out of the way early by adjusting your schedule a little bit, it will make a huge difference. So just try and be a little bit more cautious of how you're managing your day and time.
Hey Matty, so my question is, when are you finally coming to Amsterdam?
When am I coming to Amsterdam? Tomorrow! I would love to come to Amsterdam. A lot of people ask me, when are you coming to Australia? When are you coming to UK? Guys, if I had the opportunity to go to any of these places, I'd be there in a heartbeat. Hopefully within the coming months and year and 2 years, a lot of big things are going to happen, and I'll get the opportunity to travel to your country or your state or where you live in the world, and it would just be an incredible opportunity. So that's one thing that I haven't had the chance to do too often, and that is something that I really want to do, and that's travel and meet all of you guys.
If the macros didn't matter, you could only eat 3 things for the rest of your life, what would you?
If macros didn't matter, I can only eat 3 things. Well, 2 of them hands down are going to be French fries and ice cream. I don't know, I like pizza, I like sandwiches. I'm Italian, so I like pasta, like Italian feast style stuff. That's a tough question. You guys, help me out with this one.
For me, it'd be pizza, hands down.
Well, it's 3.
Burritos, does that count?
Oh,
Burritos
pizza,
count.
Pizza, chocolate.
Burritos is good, man.
Did I do burritos?
Cheese.
I need ice cream in there, or
Pizza
froyo.
and ice cream, probably.
Yeah. Good choices.
I know.
Are you ever gonna get a new haircut? People ask me that all the time, so I decided to ask you that because you've had the same haircut forever.
Yo, that's actually funny that you asked that, Chris Elkins. I don't know if you actually saw my last video, but this right here is a new haircut. It's more about the way I need to style it, but I just got this haircut like 3 days ago, and it's different than what I normally get. It's very, very short, very high up. So normally I get a low fade. This is like a higher short thing. So yes, I got a new haircut.
Yo, what's up, Matty? My question for you is, what's your favorite type of music to listen to while you're working out?
Music I like to listen to when I work out depends on how I'm feeling that day. So it could be anywhere from rap and old school Eminem all the way to heavy rock. So kind of just a mix of a bunch of stuff. Sometimes it's dubstep. It all depends on how I'm feeling.
You do more calories on workout days?
I actually keep my calories the same whether I'm training or not training. Some people prefer to cycle their calories because they feel like they need more on training days. If that's the case, that's completely fine. I just like to be consistent so it's easier to adjust up and down.
Do you have any tips for hard gainers? Like what diet, exercise they should follow?
Tips for hard gainers, you gotta eat more. I've had some personal clients who have had to push almost 4,000 calories in order to start gaining weight. And for a lot of people who are hard gainers, they'll say to me, I'm eating everything in sight already and I can't gain weight. You're not eating enough. And if you're not tracking, you don't know what you're taking in. So it might feel like you're eating a lot of calories, and you might be, but in the end, you're still not in a caloric surplus. So make sure you're tracking your calories, see what you're currently taking in, and you just gotta keep eating more than that until the scale starts moving. And I know that sounds easy, but it is that simple. You have to maintain a caloric surplus. Triple tripler. If I win anything on this, I will give you guys a new video. What do you know? A big loser.
I won. Your prize level, single prize.
So you won $2.
$2.
Not bad. So what do we got here?
Turkey, Canadian bacon, and reduced fat Monterey Jack cheese, I think.
Test it out. Eh?
How good is that,
We'll
right?
keep you around. You're not microwaving that, are you?
Just for a second.
You just took a crunchy sandwich and microwaved it. Now it's gonna be a soggy,
No, it's not.
a floppy
It's still gonna be crunchy. I guarantee.
phone call. Guys, it's around 5 o'clock now, and Brittany and I are about to head to the outlets with her sister Taylor, her boyfriend Connor, and maybe do a little bit of shopping. Hold on, guys, I'll talk to you in a minute. And we're gonna answer some more questions. Tree down. All right, so we just got to the outlets, and I'm gonna continue answering your guys' questions.
Oh, you won't.
Yeah, well. Woohoo!
Can I eat carbohydrates after 6 p.m.?
Max asked if he can eat carbohydrates after 6 p.m. Here's my answer.
Of course you can, buddy.
Just a quick heads up for you guys. I'm trying to get to as many questions as possible, and some of the video submissions that you guys sent in with your questions, I hit your name and I couldn't hear anything from the audio, so I apologize for that if I didn't get to yours, but I'm doing my best here.
Hey, Matty, just wondering, if I'm cutting down for a men's physique show, what body fat do you recommend me cut down to?
Personally, I say focus on your weigh-ins and your physique photos. So you should be taking update pictures every week to 2 weeks as you get leaner and leaner, and see what your body looks like and keep notes on how you feel and how you react to certain foods, whether it be high sodium foods, high carb foods, and make adjustments that way. So what you physically look like is gonna be more important than what your body fat percentage number says.
If you could choose one, would you go back and relive high school or relive college? I choose high school.
That was a really good question. If I could, would I go back and relive high school or college? To be honest, I wouldn't really change anything. I mean, high school was great, college was great, and I'm happy with the path that I ended up on. But if there were time machines and I can go back in time rather than relive any of those, I would try and focus more on the career path that I'm on now. So I would just go back and start everything that I'm doing now a long time ago. All right, so we're home from our little shopping trip at the outlet. So I got Brittany this pair of Nike Free 5.0s right here, which are pretty cool. They got this like black, white, and silver metallic kind of design. So those are cool. And I picked myself up a pair of shoes. I was walking around, I looked at the clearance rack, and I didn't love these shoes. I was like, what would I wear those with? I don't know. What's that? So I'm gonna show you what these look like, and then I'll tell you what I paid for them. Again, they're very different, not something that I would typically buy or at least spend any significant amount of money on, but these are Free 4.0s, and they're like bluish, purplish with a camo type design. So pretty cool, a little bit different, but I got them because they cost me $27.97. So if you ask me, that's a pretty good deal for some Nikes. So that's what we picked up. It's about 8 p.m. So we're gonna make some dinner, and then I'm gonna finish off by answering a couple more of your questions.
What workout is your favorite workout to do at the gym?
Favorite workout to do in the gym? Kind of depends on how I feel, because At heart, I love all the pump work, the bro stuff, doing curls and doing chest flies. But lately, I've really been enjoying squats and deadlifts and all that. So there's really not much I don't like in the gym except calves and abs. All right, so we're going to answer one more question on here.
Matty, why do you make my pee-pee tingle?
Oh, Lex. Why do I make your pee-pee tingle? I'm going to tell you why. Alright, so that is pretty much going to wrap up today's video and this Snapchat Q&A. So I want to thank all you guys who asked your questions, whether it was answered on video or not. I do appreciate it. You do notice I prioritized video questions. Because this was a Snapchat Q&A, I thought it would be more entertaining that way. So if you ask your text questions, I'll save that for like an Instagram or a Twitter Q&A, because I know some people just don't want to show their face on my video. Completely understand that. But we will do more Q&As in the future. If you enjoyed this style of video, go ahead and click that thumbs up button. That does help me out and gives me your feedback. And also leave a comment down below letting me know what you think of these kind of Snapchat Q&As moving forward. But we're going to wrap this up so I can actually edit this video and get it up for you tomorrow morning. So thanks again for your questions, guys. Thank you for watching. Thanks for your support. And I'll talk to you the next time I press record. Peace. So thanks again for watching the video, guys. I do appreciate it. And I want to give you a quick heads up and a reminder that the NASM is still offering their free 14-day trial for anyone who's interested in becoming a certified personal trainer. So if you're out there and you want to help someone make some gains, there will be a link in the description box below to your free 2-week trial. It's www.myusatrainer.com/Matty. So thanks again, guys, and I will talk to you all in the next video.